Hello and welcome to this new episode of CIO Leadership Live Middle East. Today joining us is Mohammed Al Doseri, Chief Information Security Officer of Saudi Arabia-based Tashil Finance. Marhaba, Salam alaikum, Mohammed.
Alaikum salam. Hi, Andre. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
Well, as I say, you are a Chief Information Security Officer of Tashil Finance. Can you begin by telling us a little bit about how you started your journey in cybersecurity and what attracted you to the industry?
Yes, of course. It's a long story. I start my career in IT. I'm a tech person. I like PC computers. I start my career in a telecommunication company. Then I moved to the banking sectors, and now I'm in the financial services. During my journey in banking, I moved from IT to cybersecurity.
Well, I asked you about your past, why you joined the cybersecurity business, but we also want to know more about your present and your company, Taskill Finance, because you joined, if I'm not wrong, in June 2020, when almost everyone all over the world were in lockdown. So, what were the challenges of joining a company during lockdown, especially as Chief Information Security Officer, because everyone was working from home and the concept of bring your own device was there? That means an open door for hackers. You needed to create a culture, cybersecurity culture awareness. So, how was that?
Actually, it's new for everybody, and it's challenge because I moved to Tasil Finance during the pandemic, and typically we work during this period to 24 by 7, from reviewing the policy procedure, following SAMA cybersecurity framework, SAMA CSF. We're reviewing the policy procedure. We do the implementation. We work with the vendor for security implementation. All it's done virtually. Challenge because you are not in the field, but it's a good experience for such situation. Of course, during our implementation, we have a control in place that protect us from any kind of could be a threat to the company. In the same time, we strengthen these environment by implementing more and more controls as per the SAMA framework.
Mohammed, you were saying that it's difficult to start in a new role, especially when you are not on the field. So, how do you create a cybersecurity culture awareness, and how do you lead a security strategy within the organization?
Um, I think the collaboration is one of the important things between cybersecurity management. This is the first side. The second side between cybersecurity and IT team, the CIO. This is very important to have a synergy and to have like a teamwork in order to reach this level and implement the requirement.
It's not the first time you're working as Chief Information Security Officer. What kind of security challenges did you experience in your first role as a security decision maker?
Um, Maybe there is like two things. Maybe the size of the department, the expertise that it's difficult to find it in this field, especially in the operation side. And I think this is the problem of everyone in the budget, that we face and challenge to convince the management to have it. But the good thing is that all our implementation is based on the regulatory requirement, which is
Mm.
no doubt that any management, they will say no for it. So we have this, what we call um, good uh, explanation why we need this, because we need to follow the SAMA cybersecurity framework.
I think one of the biggest problems for CISOs is the budget, because it's not only the problem about the budget, it's a problem to convince the company to invest more, to understand the importance of having a good budget for cybersecurity. So, how do you deal with the board members in order to have a closer relationship, CEO with the CISO?
Good question. Actually, uh, the most important things that any CISO should have it as a skills, that to understand the business and to understand the strategy of the company. This is first things. Just keep the cybersecurity, just keep technology aside, understand your business and where is the direction, where they are planning to go within a 3 5 years. Maybe now 5 years is very long with the digital transformation, like between 2 to 3 years. So you need to understand. So based on that, you need to build your cybersecurity strategy and link it to the framework, the regulatory framework. Based on that, you can go to your plan and show the management and the board um, how to reach the company strategy by implementing these cybersecurity technology. So in this way, I think will give more confidence to the board, to the management. They understand the needs, and from your side as a strategic member, as a CISO, to utilize what technology you have. For example, you don't need to have like a solution to cover like incident response unless you have solution that is covered. So don't duplicate your technology. So you need to understand. You have like a cyber defense matrix. Understand where is your area, and you found where is the gap. Based on this matrix, you will start filling these gaps. Otherwise, I think this is not healthy strategy
There is one
as a
question
CEO.
that, sorry, there is one question that I always like to ask at the end about yourself and your role. But now that you are bringing this to me, I wanted to know, Mohammed, what are your top priorities as CISO for this year in your company, this year and the next one? What needs to be done? Where are you planning to invest?
Uh, for this year and next year, I think uh, you heard maybe about the SADAYA and DMO, about the data governance. The data is very important these days. And we have a regulatory that enforce a framework to implement it. So maybe the more focusing on the data
Mhm.
itself, not from the protection side, but for managing managing the data and controlling the data. This is maybe my focus. As a regulatory international, alhamdulillah, this year we are certified with PCI DSS as a certification, and we are moved to another international framework. All these came from our strategic direction to follow the national and international best practice.
Mohammed,
Uh,
yes, please go ahead.
yeah, maybe I'm just thinking um, uh, develop more or enhancing our operational technology as well, like the SIM solution and incident response. technology. So I think this is my focus area for this year and next year.
You are also part of Saudi Arabian Monetary Agency as cybersecurity committee member for the financial sector. Within your role at Tashkil, how do you support Saudi Arabian Monetary Agency? Could you please tell us more about this organization and the work that you are doing?
Yes, this is my second round with SAMA financial services subcommittees. This is one of the beautiful things that collaboration between the central bank and financial services. So we are as a committee member, we work with each other, understanding where's the problem, where's the issues, and where is the draw like the bottlenecks that we face if it's we face it in implementing such a framework or implementing specific control. So we'll help each other and each CISO in the financial services to find a suitable solution to address their needs. Also, we introduce a couple of initiatives that, inshallah, hopefully soon will be alive. That make the life for the CISO and financial services much easier and implement quicker, inshallah.
Mohamed Al Doseri, Chief Information Security Officer at Tashkil Finance. Shukran, thank you so much for joining us today at CIO Leadership Live Middle East.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure and happy to see you here. Thank you.